What's up, Hippo lovers? January patch for Age of Empires 4 is coming out on the 19th of January. Developers have been on their holiday break and now are back in full force and gave us the patch notes. Lots of good stuff in there, some stuff missing. Let's go through the notes. Scouts now move 35% slower when carrying animal carcasses. That is obviously to buff the mass play of professional scouts. I don't mind it too much. You have to now basically protect those scouts a bit more, and you benefit a bit more if those carcasses or the deer are kind of spawning closer to your town center, so more army can intercept them. Horseman play will be stronger, Mangudai play will be stronger against them, and I think this is an interesting approach. I think maybe increased cost could have been an option. Let's see how this one plays out. I don't mind this approach. I think it still won't change if both players want to go for professional scouts. I think the main change is if we play professional scouts against the non-professional scout civ, which makes lots of sense. Then horsemen were obviously really bad, and now they get +1 pierce armor. They will be stronger against archers, which they should hard counter, but didn't really. So I think that makes lots and lots of sense, especially like matchup where people had to face lots of archers, like Holy Roman Empire struggling a lot against English, for example, because horsemen simply were so bad. Speaking of Holy Roman Empires, finally the spearmen can brace properly, and we fixed the bug. Ruse also, not only professional scouts were pretty strong, but also horse archers. Horse archer attack rate now increased. So, or the fire rate decreased is their wording. So we should simply see fewer arrows in the air. Also, warrior monks are slower now, and we also had some bug fixes here. Additional attack speed and additional damage from the okay. And Mongols, obviously the strongest civilization here, will be addressed. Not to my liking. 50 minus wood and an outpost increased cost from 70 to 100 wood. That results into 80% more wood for the first tower. And that just means if we have 4 villagers on wood, that costs 20 seconds, right? I think this is just a delay of a tower rush by 20 seconds. And I think this is not fundamentally addressing the issue. I would love to be wrong here. Obviously, like, the early rushes will be later, but every extra tower costs also extra wood. So I like where they are going, but it's not really this change that I wanted, because now let's just rule out tower rushes, which obviously need to be addressed. We still have that Dark Age oval that's producing all the mana stone, and you can simply go for so many more units, early feudal age. I think this is the developers knowing where they wanted to go. I think this might not be enough. I think I would have like maybe some major change, like if the opponent is canceling a building, you don't get that 50 food and 50 gold. I think that would have been a nice way, because the counter to a tower rush most of the time is a tower rush, and sometimes you have to build a tower, then cancel, and nowadays if the Khan hit that tower once, you still get all that food. I think that's an ugly mechanic. And obviously Dark Age, Stone Generation, maybe half the speed could have been an option as well. But let's take a look at this one. I think it will decrease the efficiency of towers for sure. Not sure if it's enough. Then now Spearmen for Delhi are bracing, and we have lots of techs being reduced. That's a Monk tech. We have another Monk tech. Those 3 are shorter. Those are the early ones. Then we have 2 water techs being way longer for Imp there. And P, I looked this one up. Yeah, okay. And then we had the Spearman tech shorter, and the one with the extra attack with the House of Learning for melee units. So I think makes some sense. You can play a bit more with your monks. I think they will still struggle a bit, but I think this one was a desperately needed change. Will be interesting. Then Chinese Fire Lancers being mainly addressed here, increasing cost, and we also had their torch damage being reduced for Fire Lancer in Castle Age and in Imperial Age, but also some HP increase here. We have some attack losses. Also, the extra damage now at 50%. I still feel like Chinese... Yeah, we addressed the Fire Lancers. Where did we address Bombard Cannons here? Where did... Like, I can scroll down, but there's nothing to be found. I think, yeah, Fire Lancers were broken, but I think the Siege of Chinese was way more broken. And I think not changing anything there after they have, like, everything going for themselves is something I don't really understand how this happened. And I would have desperately needed something. But what's up next? And they're basically saying, okay, we know we need to do something. What I really need is improving counterplay for Siege Workshop. Abbasid Dynasty, they have the lowest win rate. They need something. Demo Ship, still completely broken. Imperial Age, one upgrade. Instead of plus 40%, it's plus 140%, making it crazy big. And yeah, then the biggest thing that is not fixed, that is on their list, is animation cancelling. Good that it's on the list, bad that it's not fixed. It just feels so overdue. There's not a single top player that wants this in the game. I don't think a lot of viewers that enjoy this. I think it's only for like esports, this animation cancelling. But yeah, it's obviously I'm not a programmer. I don't know how tough it is to change this. Let's pray it's coming fast, because we will have Winter Championship coming around this weekend, and we already discussed a bit behind the scenes what to do. And I think a ban of animation cancelling is simply not an option for a tournament, because you sometimes can misclick, you sometimes can like move away and click again. Is that animation cancelling? So I think it will have to stay in esports till it's officially patched out. And that is not pretty. It is a form of micro right now, and people are using it differently. Obviously, in the long run, I think it will be out, and I think this is good. Let's hope that the February patch is coming 1st of February, not 28th of February. That's it from me. I hope you enjoyed this overview. Chinese needed some change, and that Abbasid was not touched at all. It feels like they are on the right track. Absolutely. And it feels like every single change made a lot of sense. I just would have loved more changes and them earlier. I'm very, very hopeful. It just will take 2 more patches.